She's not gone. I see her in every kid that you've ever taught.
Miki Magasiva, Anapela Polataivao. Thank you so much, Malo Lele. Thank you for your time. Malo Alpito. Welcome to the For Your Reference podcast.
Awesome.
Thank
Maro
you
lava.
for having us, Maro Lava.
Oh, we're going to chop it up. We're going to giggle, gaggle. We're going to have a great time. I can
Get
just
it,
hear
girl. Let's do it. Let's do it. We're up for it.
Giggle, gaggle.
What time it is? What time are we on? We're on our time. I want to thank you so much. And I guess I just want to start off with this global worldwide tour you guys are on, Hawaiian International Film Festival, which in its own sense in film festivals is garnering a lot of attention. TINΑ premiered in Hawaii. You've traveled to Fiji. Obviously, there was a great run in Aotearoa and now in so-called Australia. You're in my hometown in Blacktown. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get to that screening, but it was also at Liverpool as well. How does it feel to get into this moment? Are you hydrated? Are you anticipating? How are you guys feeling?
Oh, it's been awesome. Yes, it's been a whirlwind tour, but the community have come out and they've supported, and we've absolutely loved it. We've had a laugh, we've shared stories, we've shared food. So we've been over the moon, overjoyed, and just like so thankful our people are there supporting us the whole way. So we don't mind doing this. This is fun for us. So thank you for saying that. You would have seen some photos online, which has just been a joy, and everybody coming out and just sharing with us their wonderful stories.
Yeah, and to be able to do those screenings in Blacktown, 2148 represent Aranui, maybe in another lifetime. But Miki and Anapela, both of you have such an impactful and an illustrious body of work on international credits, as well as, down for the people and for the roots as well. I guess I just want to hold that for a moment and acknowledge how far the both of you have come. And, you've worked together already in Night Shift as well. I watched the Morning Shack interview as well, where, Gabby was singing your praises, Anapela, just being so rooted in the culture and how influential both of you are. I just want to love on that. I just want to spend a little time, you can essentially just talk however you want to talk, but I just want to congratulate you both on how far you've come in your career.
Thank you.
We'll take it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Because usually our people are like, oh, okay.
Yeah. No, it's nice to hear that. Thank you so much. We're very grateful.
Yeah, absolutely. And, coming to TINΑ, we are already pulled in by, I don't want to spoil the film too much, but we are pulled in by an emotional sort of hook at the start of the film. We do have a backdrop of the 2011 Christchurch earthquake, but I think for a lot of us, not just Pasifika, but for a lot of us in our family and our communities, grief is a big thing, right? It's something that's very heavy, but it doesn't always need to feel sad. And there can be a celebration of that. We're laughing, we're crying at the same time. The most inappropriate stories about uncle usually come out at the funeral. There's usually stories that, and it's a way to decompress, and it's a way for us, to come together. And I really love how, there's so much jubilation that we're going to get to in TINΑ. But the way that grief was important and the way that it was handled with a lot of layers, I guess, Anapela, for you, in regards to channeling that into the performance, and I guess Miki making sure from a filmmaking point of view, we're carrying the story that I guess feels real and feels true.
Yes. Yes. I mean, that's the thing, with ours. And I mean, I can only speak from my own perspective in terms of how grief sits with us, but also during the filming, it was just beautifully dealt to because of the subtleness, and also it was very not only just subtle, but it was just simplified. And sometimes it'll be Miki saying things like, we're just going to allow the camera just to sit for a moment and just allow
That's
her
when
to
the tears, that's when the tears you're holding, that's when they
Yes.
come down, right?
Yes, that's right. And it was just allowing those things to kind of to start to course through one's, you know, your body when you understand what is that pain. And so that's the magic of film, I guess. It's just being allowed that time. And even when we are not, you know, sometimes if Miki's saying one or two, well, because a lot of the times too, like normally it would be like 1 or 2 takes, say sometimes it'll be 3 takes. But it was in those takes that we were allowed to sit, especially in those moments that you're talking about. So that was it was just simple and yet profound, you know, to allow that to happen, for it to come through you in that way. Yeah.
Miki, this is a bit of a cute question, so I guess we can go wherever we want with this. But it is a love letter to strong Pasifika women, but even just zooming in, I'll take my Tongan self out of this. It's about strong Samoan women. Anapela, in your performance, you know, did you have to do some method acting? Did you have to tap in to the
Been method
coils?
acting her whole
Whole
life,
life,
for this one.
There's
And I
no
guess-
method acting in there.
And I guess from that point of view, Miki, could you or did you even want to give notes to Anapela on how to be
Yeah,
a
I
strong
reckon.
Samoan?
Yeah, I would turn up and go, hey, I've got a few. Oh, no, I'm fine. I think it was great.
Whatever.
Just look at it. No, I've seen that look before. No, let's move on.
No, I mean, we've developed a shorthand way of looking, you know, and working that I will know if this is the direction, you know. It's sometimes he'll just pop his head up from behind the monitor and it'll either be or, you know, you sort of like you start to form a shorthand way of communicating and an understanding of where this character's journey needed to be and go.
It's
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
working with family, you know,
Yeah, totally.
you have this amazing relationship, you trust each other. And we never ever had to disagree on anything. We just trust each other so much that we just either look across at each other and know. And we worked on the script together, and we look, let's bring Tonga back into it. Like
Okay.
all of our others
All
are
right.
the same, no matter where you
what.
come from in the Pacific. You know that look, but you know the love at the same time too. So it's paying respect to all our mothers. She is one. She has her own mothers that she's super close to, as do I. So we know all those ladies, you know, they inspired us, they drove us. So there's very little talk because we know exactly who those people are.
And I think that's the main thing. As long as you're coming from a core of love, even if it feels something familiar, it's never stereotypical if you're bringing that core, right?
Yes. Yeah, that's right. It's our truth.
Yeah.
You know, people can say, "Oh, there I go," you know, stereotyping. It's like, no,
Yeah.
that's how it is. It still is.
Yeah.
You know
I
what
guess
I
I've got thighs for days, but that's none of your business.
mean? Exactly.
There was a nice line in the film, but I didn't want to spoil it, so I guess we got to thighs. Music is its own character, and it's a very much a emotional drive throughout TINÁ. And there's a nice balancing of, you know, traditional Samoan music and I guess traditional OG Catholic hymns as well. It was interesting watching with my partner Oti. He's Kenyan, but he's a Catholic boy. He was raised Catholic. So there were moments where, you know, even with the hymns, it hit him on a different level that I guess it didn't necessarily hit me. But I would love to hear about, I guess, the musical journey and the choices of when to, I guess, tap into Samoan music compared to Catholic. And there was a nice melding in a couple of scenes as well of both.
Yeah, well, that's right. Our film does use all of the music that different groups of people can connect with and know really well. And they're all tied into places where Bowser's character is in the story, you know, where she is, whether she's still struggling in the beginning or has accepted forgiveness and her past at the end, all of the music is tied into that. And one of the things you won't notice is that we start with a lot of Samoan music at the start, at the beginning, because that is our beginning. That is how we grew up. And then I fade out all of that music and bring in the more European stuff from the halfway mark to take
Cue
us
in the bagpipes.
in. You like
Yeah.
that? You like the bagpipes? I reckon. So we showcase all of that, and everybody finds something in the music that they can connect with as well, which has been just so amazing to see. Because that's what the story is about. It's about connectivity and communicating through ways that's not through words. It's through something spiritual and musical.
There's so much that is covered in the film. There are some things that were like, oh, this is interesting. It could have been cool to like explore it a little bit more. In regards to like the funding of schools, like who gets the opportunities. There's even a moment of like, why are you teaching there? It's like, bruv, I live there.
Yeah.
There's that notion when we navigate particular spaces and that sort of thing. And I thought that was quite interesting of talking about the funding of schools in, I guess, even as sort of an accent or even as like a dialogues to have outside of the movie as well. I guess from a storytelling point of view, Miki,
Yeah.
was there sort of like a balance for it, or was it woven quite naturally into the story that was being told?
Well, life's complicated. We have lots of things going on in our lives. And so, yes, there's a lot going on in the film, but, I like to take it back to the Iekonga or Ie Samoa, and I like to take it back to choirs and the different layers that it takes to be in a choir and the different layers that it is to have a woven mat together, that life is full of different, rich, interesting things. And we can talk about all of those and bring them together in hopefully a film that doesn't focus on anything one in particular, but has lots of things on the smorgasbord or that buffet table of what it is to live life. And that is our message. And look, hopefully this opens a few doors so that other filmmakers and other people can focus more succinctly and more simply on all of those different aspects of life. But ours was about trying to showcase a lot of things and a lot of trauma, challenges, but also things to celebrate what it's like to be a Pacific Islander and navigate this world that we live in.
And we're only stronger when we're together, even, our broader Afgasi or our Palangi family as well.
Right.
Not this turning into the counseling session. But I want to say malo aupito on behalf of my partner, Sante Sana. Thank you so much for your time. I want to wrap up with our final question. I know we don't have a lot of time, so feel free, whatever first comes to your mind. We finish off our reviews with a recommendation. So what would you pair with TINΑ as a double feature?
Nacho Libre.
That's not a bad one. Nacho Libre, because it's like laugh, laugh, cry. That's like what we'd like to do. I mean, it's we've heard Dead Poet Society a lot,
Oh, Captain, my captain. I love that.
Captain, my captain. Yeah, that's right.
She watches film, So. But Ofalahiata, thank you so much.
Appreciate you.
Katie.
Thank you.